Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I can't believe I'm back. I honestly did not think that I would be back on YouTube for so long. I just thought that chapter was over and that I wouldn't be back. But here I am, I'm filming again. Thank you so much for those of you who have stuck with me and have been messaging me and wanting me to come back. It's so sweet, and it's because of you guys that I am here and I am filming again. Honestly, I'm a little nervous. I've been putting off filming this for a while, but I am also very excited to reconnect with you all again and to be here and to start filming videos. So I hope you're excited too. For those of you who don't know me, which is totally fair, I was a YouTuber a very long time ago, but my name is Jessica. I am a 31-year-old lawyer here in Ontario, Canada. I am married and am currently 33 weeks pregnant with my first baby. And I also, for the last 2.5 years, took a bit of a hiatus from YouTube to learn wedding photography. And so that's what I was doing, for about 2 years. I was learning the ropes, and then by the end of this past summer, I was shooting my own weddings. So while still being a full-time lawyer, I should clarify. So a lot has been going on, and of course now we're pregnant, so I thought I would update you guys today. This is primarily a pregnancy update, and I'm excited to film this because there's a lot of friends and family in my life who can't see me right now. If you're watching this video years from now, we're in the middle of the health pandemic, and that makes it really difficult to see people and to connect. So I thought that this video would be great, not only to update you guys, my subscribers who have been loyal to me for years, but also to send to those friends and family who don't get to see me, don't get to see the bump, only really get a few texts here and there about how I'm doing. So this video is for all of you. So the first question that I have to answer is, when and how did my husband and I find out that I was pregnant? So, like I said in the little intro, I had been doing wedding photography as my side hustle on the side since 2018. I got married end of 2017, and then the wedding photographer that shot my wedding, who I love and is a dear friend of mine, she and I reconnected in early 2018. She was looking for someone to come on board and to help her with her business, and so I did. I came on board and I second shot for her for all of 2018, and then started taking on my own weddings in 2019, as well as newborn shoots, family shoots, and then I also second shot for my friend. So it was kind of crazy. Because of that, my husband and I decided to wait until September to start trying to have a baby. We knew we wanted kids, like, from the very beginning. When we were dating, we knew we wanted kids. We actually had this baby's name picked out, like, way before we were even married. So, we started to try in September, and we got pregnant that first month, and we were shocked. I had absolutely no symptoms leading up to finding out. We found out at exactly the 4-week mark, so that was October 3rd, and I waited until that 4-week mark to take my pregnancy test because I just wanted the most accurate result. I didn't want to take it too early, so I took it exactly on week 4, and we got our positives. What were my first trimester symptoms? So I think I actually had a pretty lucky first trimester all in all. I definitely didn't feel my best, but it was actually more of an emotionally rough period of my life than it was a physically rough period. Emotionally, because we had moved out of our first home that my husband and I bought, which I'm still a little nostalgic over and sad about, even though this house is bigger and makes more sense for us. I miss that house. So we had to move out of that house, and we conceived baby girl in that house, so while we were kind of moving, and then found out we were pregnant when we were in the rental, and then 3 weeks into being in the rental-ish, we moved into this house. It was a lot emotionally on me to go through my first trimester at the same time as moving. But physically, I was exhausted, completely exhausted, really sore boobs. I would be nauseous every single morning. I would have to eat something right away, and I would start getting nauseous throughout the day if I didn't eat small meals regularly. And then I'd have these days, and you just couldn't predict them. It was usually when I was really active the day before, so I basically overexerted myself. But some days that didn't happen either, and it was just awful. Like, I felt sick all day, I felt nauseous, I couldn't get comfortable. It was really bad. The other symptom I had in first trimester is hot flashes while sleeping. That was a really intense symptom. I ended up getting bamboo sheets. I highly recommend them for pregnant women that are going through that problem. It saved my sleep in my first trimester, and I still use my bamboo sheets now and can't really imagine ever going back to cotton. At 12 weeks, so just before the first trimester ended, my husband and I found out that we were having a baby girl. We did the now I forget what it's called. It's NIPT. I don't remember exactly what the acronym stands for, but it's genetic testing. Here in Ontario, you have to pay for it unless you have indicators that would suggest that your baby may have a genetic issue. Otherwise, if everything's looking good and, you know, mom and dad are of normal pregnancy age, whatever, you have to pay to have that test done. So we did, just to have the peace of mind that everything was okay with her, the most accurate genetic testing we could get. And through that, we found out we were having a baby girl, which was shocking because I've always wanted a baby girl. I want both. I have to be clear. I do want a baby boy too, but I just always assumed, being a girly girl, that I'd end up with all boys. So, and so did everyone in my life. Everyone in my life assumed I'd have a baby boy. But no, she's a baby girl. And she does have a name. As of the day that we found out that we were going to have a girl, we had already had her name picked out. My friends and my family all know the name. I'm saving it for socials. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm saving it right now. I'll announce it in some way, either when she's here or just before she comes. But yeah, we have named her, and finding out she was a girl was amazing. Just finding out her gender and finding out she was genetically healthy was such an amazing relief. Because that's the other thing I should mention about first trimester, is that it's just hard, man. Like, it's really hard emotionally. You can't feel your baby. You feel sick. You don't really feel pregnant. You don't look pregnant. You can't tell anyone you're pregnant. And there's this high risk looming over your head of miscarriage, which is scary, super scary. So, yeah, I'm happy I'm not in my first trimester anymore. I don't look back on those weeks super fondly, but that 12-week mark, finding out she was a girl, finding out she was genetically healthy, knowing I'd made it to that mark, was a really good day. So second trimester symptoms. Second trimester was glorious. I loved my second trimester. At around the 14-week mark, it felt like I was drinking an energy drink every single day. Like, it's almost like this fog of exhaustion just lifted. Not all the way. I was still tired, but it lifted just enough that it felt like I had this energy surge. I could be a little bit more focused on my work, which was really nice. I transitioned into my second trimester right before Christmas, so I was able to tell my entire clan of family and friends about baby girl and being pregnant. Everyone was so excited for us, and getting to see them all at Christmas was amazing. Especially now with what's going on and not being able to see my family, Christmas really means even more to me now in hindsight, because so many of my dearest family won't probably get to see me again until after I've given birth to this baby. So like I said, I was still tired, but way less than in my first trimester. But otherwise, it was a pretty sweet trimester physically, I have to say. At 17 weeks, I felt her kick for the first time, which was so great. I think I felt her before that, honestly, but it was at 17 weeks when I knew it was her. And my husband and I were in the car. We were commuting to work together. Our commute's only like 10 minutes and we work a few minutes away from each other. We're both lawyers, not in the same office, and we don't practice the same kind of law, but all the lawyers' firms are all around each other in the town we live in. So sometimes we commute in together. And we were getting coffee. He was chatting with me about something work related, and I think it was his voice that did it, because she just all of a sudden like kicked me in the side and then kicked me a second time just so that I knew it was definitely her. And I like stopped the conversation, was like, oh my god, that was her. So it was pretty wild. It was fun. And after that, I started feeling her pretty consistently. Definitely after the 20-week mark was when I started to feel her a lot more. Also during second trimester, we had our 20-week ultrasound, which wasn't all positive, honestly. I'll get to that in a second. It's okay now, but it at the time was a little bit scary. But the actual ultrasound itself was amazing. It was just amazing to see her kick and to like see her roll around in my stomach. We got to see her put her thumb in her mouth. It was pretty awesome. We had a great ultrasound tech, and Jamie got to be in there for that little portion of the ultrasound where she like flipped around the screen and showed us baby girl. So that was really awesome. Definitely the highlight of second trimester. So third trimester, here we are. I've been in my third trimester for 5 weeks now, and this has been the most physically uncomfortable of all the trimesters. I have pretty consistent back pain, lower back pain, middle back pain. I think a lot of it's actually just not being able to use my ab muscles to get up anymore, and so I'm using my back muscles a lot more and straining those muscles. I'm also using my groin and my leg muscles to kind of like hoist myself up, and so I constantly have like pulled muscles in my groin and my inner thighs, and it's just really hard to get comfortable now. It's just really hard. Like, it's wild that I still have another 7 weeks of her just chilling out and getting bigger in there, because I just feel like I can't get comfortable now, let alone what it's going to be like in 7 weeks. So yeah, physically it's a little difficult. But what's funny about that is that not only has it been physically rough, you know, we're part of this COVID crisis right now. So we've been isolating for 5 weeks, and I have been in my third trimester for 5 weeks. So it's basically been in sync. And I'm the happiest that I've been in pregnancy for these 5 weeks. Scared, and it's scary to be part of all this, and sad because we've had to cancel our baby showers and I don't get to see my family and my friends, which really sucks. It sucks to be just homebound except for doctor's appointments. Like, it sucks. But weirdly enough, I'm the happiest actually in pregnancy, and I think it's because I can actually see her move inside me every single day. Like, I can just pull up my shirt, which I will often do. Like, you'll often find me on the couch, feet up, with like my shirt up. And I do that because I love seeing her move in my belly. It's like the best. It's even better than being able to feel it, is being able to see it. I can pat my belly, and if she's awake, which I usually can tell when she's awake or asleep now, she'll respond to me and like kick me where I'm patting. It's just, I feel way more connected to her during this trimester than I ever have before, and it's fun. It's honestly fun to have a little sidekick inside me, and to like believe it's a little sidekick and feel it and see her. I just feel like she has a little personality now, and I'm already starting to get to know her even though she's inside me. So that is very cool. But as far as how I'm feeling physically, it's kind of like poop, and I am very excited to be able to get this baby out of me, and I'm most excited for wine and sushi. 7 more weeks. So cravings, I thought I would quickly chat about that. This video is gonna be long, I know that, but I thought I would quickly chat about it because it's a fun thing. I always like hearing other people's cravings. But first trimester, citrus and sour gummy candy all the way. Sour Skittles, Starbursts. Oh my god, I loved those. Just anything like that tasted like cherry or orange, and then anything citrus was amazing and honestly helped so much with the nausea. So I know that this doesn't work for everyone, but if you're experiencing nausea, it's not maybe so bad you need to be on medication. Try citrus. I found that that helped so much. I would sit there and literally eat lemon, like just eat lemon full on, and it would help so much with my nausea, and it would also just taste amazing to me. So I loved citrus, and smoothies were a huge one in my first and in my second trimester. Third trimester, it's all about the sweets. It's all about the sweets. I'm obsessed. Pastries, donuts, cupcakes, sheet cake. Oh my God. And I still haven't had a sheet cake at all in my pregnancy. I thought I would get it during my baby shower, but now there's no more baby shower. So I don't know when I'll get sheet cake, but damn, does a sheet cake sound real good. So worst pregnancy moments and best pregnancy moments. So I talked a little bit about that 20-week ultrasound. We found out after that ultrasound that baby girl had a cyst on her brain. So it's called a Koryo Plexus cyst. If you are a nurse or a doctor watching this and I mispronounced it, then correct me in the comment section. But I think it's called a Koryo Plexus cyst. And that sounds damn scary. That was the scariest, honestly, I think I've been this entire pregnancy, is finding that information out. And it was funny because my nurse told it to me over the phone. It wasn't even my doctor, because it's not a big deal, it turns out. If you've already done genetic testing and you've come back low risk for all the genetic markers, and if everything else in the anatomy scan looks normal, it's actually pretty common that these babies have these cysts. It's just like a buildup of fluid in a part of the brain, and it doesn't impact their development or anything at all, and just usually resolves itself. So they don't even check it back out again. But I mean, that's not what you want to hear when you're pregnant, is that your kid has a cyst on their brain. So that was scary, but I'm not scared anymore. The other thing that we found out during that 20-week ultrasound was that I had a low-lying placenta, which is not normal, but they checked me again in third trimester and everything was fine. So it turned out to be totally fine, but to hear that you have 2 complications, one of which is a cyst on your baby's brain, it was not a good day. It was not a good day, but it's all fine. The other probably worst moment of my pregnancy so far. So, and a lot of people don't actually know that this happened, but I fell down my stairs at 28 weeks. Yeah, just before the 29-week mark. I was holding my dog, who's basically like my firstborn, and I couldn't see the step, I don't think, because my belly was just so big and I'm not as coordinated right now. So I missed the step and couldn't recover and ended up falling on my knees down my stairs. And I just lost it. I lost it. It wasn't even that bad of pain. I mean, I was in a lot of pain, and I didn't fall on her at all. Didn't fall on my stomach. Was pretty sure she was fine, but the fear that set in, I just lost it. And this was at the very, very beginning of the COVID isolation, and the thoughts running through my mind were like, how do I go to the hospital? Like, what do I choose? How do I go to the hospital during this crazy time to make sure she's okay? So it turned out that my doctor did want me to go to the hospital despite everything that was going on. I did not have to go into my ER. I was able to just go straight to my birthing unit, and my husband was not allowed with me. So these are the kind of things that I'm having to adjust to, being pregnant during this pandemic. But they checked baby and she was fine. And I kind of knew, like I had been feeling her. I knew she was okay, but my doctors just wanted to be super careful. And so they sent me in to get the non-stress test or whatever it's called, and she was fine. Those were the worst moments of my pregnancy, which if they are the worst, I will take them, but definitely scary days. One of the really interesting, great moments that I really wasn't expecting during all this was taking my maternity photos. I was by myself. I took them with a tripod and my camera and a remote control in my bedroom, and it was just this experience. Like, I really didn't think I wanted to take maternity photos. I'm not a big maternity photo person. I love newborn photos, and those are really, really important to me, but maternity never was. And I just kind of thought before I was pregnant that I would be self-conscious of my body during pregnancy. It turns out I'm not self-conscious. I mean, I'm big, but I'm not self-conscious. And I took the maternity photos because my Nana on the phone to me was saying how she had no idea what I looked like pregnant. And it kind of broke my heart because she would have been at my baby shower, actually 2 of my baby showers, and, you know, she hasn't seen me. She literally has no idea what I look like with a baby bump. So I took them for her initially, and then throughout the process realized how awesome it was to do. And I think there's a few reasons for that. It was nice to get kind of dolled up and to do my hair, put on false lashes during this crazy pandemic where all I'm wearing is sweats, sometimes not even pants. It was really nice to just be able to doll up and to look my best. But it was also just a bonding experience. It was weird. It's just like felt like it was my first photo shoot with my daughter. And it was just really, really nice to do. I could feel her wiggle around throughout the photos, and I don't know, I ended up having a really good time doing them. So if you're on the fence on whether you should take any photos of yourself or do maternity photos, do them. If you don't have a lot of money to do them yourself. They don't need to be perfect. That's not really the purpose. The purpose is just to capture you in that time. And all I really wanted was 1 or 2 good photos. It turns out I got a few good ones, I think. But yeah, it was a bonding moment that I wasn't expecting it to be. I was truly expecting it just to be photos of my belly, and it wasn't. So anyway, that was one of the better moments of my pregnancy as well. So what's next for our little family? We are, like I said, at 33 weeks tomorrow. My next in-person OB appointment is next week. And at that point, I'll be 33 weeks plus 5 days, I think, at the time of that appointment. This weekend, we have our birthing class, which is now being done virtually, which I'm excited it's not canceled because I need all the help I can get. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm very, very excited for that. We still have to finish the nursery, which has been actually really hard because we can't go into stores. So I'm finding it very difficult to buy things online right now for her. So it's hard. It's really, really hard to find good baby stuff and to choose the things online strategically. If I do want to order from an American store, shipping it back is going to be brutal, and the shipping cost here is going to be a lot. And that's okay. I don't mind spending it, except when you're just trying things out in a room, it's just harder to do that when you're kind of stuck like this. And the thing is it doesn't matter, and that's what I've really had to learn throughout this trimester and throughout the last 5 weeks, is that I have to learn to let go. It just doesn't matter. And I think that that's also part of why I'm back here on YouTube. I have family and friends that are very, very, very much encouraging me to come back. And part of why I haven't wanted to is this idea of perfection, this idea that I have to get it right. And I think the last 5 weeks have just taught me that, you know, we're not really in control of a lot, and that it's okay to not be fully prepared. It's okay for things not to be fully perfect, that you're going to get through it. And so, yeah, I don't know that the nursery will be fully done by the time she's here, but we're going to try working on that, try to get as much of it done as possible. I will show you that process. I do have sneaks of her nursery on my Instagram page, so go check that out. And here on my YouTube channel, I'm going to be posting every 2 weeks. It's all I can really commit to right now because I am still working full time. So if you have any content that you specifically want to see, please let me know in the comment section. I'm also going to be using Instagram as a tool for me to be able to get more content out to you guys throughout the intervening 14 days, like between videos. It's just easier. It doesn't require me to set up my fancy camera or to do any extensive editing, so I will be able to go on there as well. So for example, if there's some questions that you guys have about my pregnancy or about the future of this baby, you can ask those, and if I don't have enough of them to make a whole video, then maybe I'll just go on IGTV and film them there and answer those questions there. So please follow me over on Instagram. I would really, really appreciate that. And you get to see sneaks of my house because, like I said, it's mostly home decor. And that's the other thing I wanted to mention. I mentioned this in previous videos actually, that, you know, the fashion and beauty world that I first went into when I was a YouTuber just doesn't appeal to me the same way anymore. I wear the same makeup every single day. I do my hair the same way every single day. I wear the same clothes basically every single day. My life has just changed so much. I'm not the same woman as I was when I started this channel, and that's okay. And so I'm hoping that maybe some of you guys have also changed. Maybe you started out with me when you were young and loved, you know, Forever 21 and all things makeup, and now maybe you have babies at home and you have other priorities, financial responsibilities. You may be a working mom like I know I'm going to be. So that's kind of the content that I'm moving towards now. It's going to be home decor, motherhood, lifestyle type videos. You will actually still see me talk about, you know, new products that I like, or if I got a haul in from Old Navy, I probably will do that over on my Instagram. So you'll see those little bits and pieces from me. But as my life evolves and as my interests evolve, I want this channel to evolve with me. So that's what's going on every 2 weeks. I will see you guys back in 2 weeks. I am 100% doing a nursery tour. It's just a question of when. It probably won't be until very close to when baby girl is born because we need some extra time to figure it all out. But if you want sneak peeks and if you want to let me know what videos you want to see, I would love that. Comment down below and follow me on Instagram to chat with me over there. I will see you guys all in the next video. I did it! I'm back! Bye! Totally forgot to show you the belly, so here you go. This is it. Okay, now I'm really leaving. Bye!